In this video, we explore the top 10 strangest inventions in history, from baby cages to nose stretchers. We take a look at the bizarre and sometimes disturbing inventions that people have created over the years, and we examine the cultural and social factors that led to their creation. Number 1. The baby cage was invented in the 1920s and was marketed as a way for city-dwelling parents to give their babies fresh air and sunlight without having to leave their apartments. The cages were made of metal and were attached to the outside of windows, allowing babies to look out and get some fresh air. The cages were typically about 3 feet long and 2 feet wide and were suspended several stories above the ground. The idea behind the baby cage was that it would help prevent rickets, a disease caused by a lack of vitamin D, which is produced by the body when exposed to sunlight. The cages were controversial and were criticized by some as being dangerous and inhumane. Number 2. The hula chair was invented in the 1950s by a man named Don Brown. Brown was inspired to create the chair after watching his daughter hula hoop, and he believed that the motion could be used to help people lose weight and tone their muscles. The hula chair was marketed as a fun and easy way to exercise, and it quickly became popular in the United States. The chair consisted of a seat that was mounted on a base, and the seat could rotate in a circular motion. Users would sit on the chair and move their hips in a hula hoop-like motion, which would cause the chair to rotate. The hula chair was not very effective as an exercise device, and it was criticized by some as being a gimmick. However, it remained popular for several decades and was even featured on television shows such as The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Today, the hula chair is seen as a quirky and unusual invention from the past. Number 3. The isolator was invented in the 1920s by a science fiction writer named Hugo Gernsback. Gernsback believed that distractions and noise were the biggest obstacles to productivity, and he designed the isolator as a way to block out these distractions. The device consisted of a large helmet that covered the user's head and face, and it was equipped with a breathing tube and a set of headphones. The isolator was designed to be used in a quiet, isolated environment, and it was intended to help users focus on their work without being distracted by outside stimuli. However, the isolator was not practical and was never widely used. It was also criticized by some as being a bizarre and uncomfortable device. Today, the isolator is seen as a strange and unusual invention from the past, and it is often used as an example of the extreme measures that people have taken to increase productivity. Number 4. The pet rock was invented in the 1970s by a man named Gary Dahl. Dahl was an advertising executive who came up with the idea as a joke, but it quickly became a cultural phenomenon. The pet rock was a simple concept. It was a smooth stone that came in a cardboard box with air holes and a bed of straw. The box also included a tongue-in-cheek instruction manual that explained how to care for the rock. The pet rock was marketed as a low-maintenance pet that was perfect for people who didn't have the time or energy to care for a real animal. The pet rock became incredibly popular and sold millions of units, making Dahl a millionaire. However, the fad was short-lived, and by the end of the 1970s, the pet rock had fallen out of favor. Today, the pet rock is seen as a quirky and unusual invention from the past, and it is often used as an example of the strange and unpredictable nature of fads and trends. Number 5. The baby mop was invented in the 1990s by a company called Better Than Pants. The baby mop was of Onetoten that had mop-like material attached to the bottom, allowing babies to clean the floor as they crawled around. The idea behind the baby mop was that it would save parents time and energy by combining 2 tasks into one. The baby mop was marketed as a fun and practical way to keep the house clean, while also keeping the baby entertained. However, the baby mop was also criticized by some as being a dangerous and inappropriate product. Critics argued that the baby mop could be harmful to babies and that it sent the wrong message about the role of children in household chores. Today, the baby mop is seen as a strange and unusual invention from the past, and it is often used as an example of the bizarre and sometimes controversial products that have been invented over the years. Number 6. The anti-eating face mask was invented in the 1930s by a man named Charles W. Harrison. The mask was designed to prevent people from eating too much by making it difficult to open their mouths. The mask consisted of a metal frame that was attached to the head with straps, and it had a small opening for the nose. The mask also had a hinged metal plate that covered the mouth, making it impossible to eat or drink while wearing it. The anti-eating face mask was marketed as a way to help people lose weight and control their eating habits. However, the mask was also criticized by some as being a cruel and inhumane device. Critics argued that the mask was a form of torture and that it could cause psychological damage to the wearer. Today, the anti-eating face mask is seen as a bizarre and disturbing invention from the past, and it is often used as an example of the extreme measures that people have taken to control their bodies and behavior. Number 7. The Sauna Suit was invented by a man named Arthur H. Brown in the 1970s. The suit was designed to help athletes lose weight quickly by increasing their body temperature and causing them to sweat more. The sauna suit was made of a waterproof material that trapped heat and moisture, creating a sauna-like environment around the wearer's body. The suit was marketed as a way to improve athletic performance and to help people lose weight and detoxify their bodies. However, the sauna suit was also criticized by some as being dangerous and ineffective. Critics argued that the suit could cause dehydration, heat exhaustion, and other health problems. Today, the sauna suit is still used by some athletes and fitness enthusiasts, but it is also seen as a controversial and potentially harmful product. Number 8. The Motorized Ice Cream Cone was invented in the 1940s by a man named Alfred L. Crowell. The cone was designed to rotate automatically, allowing people to eat their ice cream without having to turn the cone manually. The motorized ice cream cone was powered by a small motor that was attached to the bottom of the cone, and it was operated by a switch on the handle. The cone was marketed as a fun and convenient way to enjoy ice cream, and it quickly became popular in ice cream shops and at fairs and carnivals. However, the motorized ice cream cone was also criticized by some as being unnecessary and wasteful. Critics argued that the cone was a frivolous invention that added to the growing problem of consumerism and waste. Today, the motorized ice cream cone is seen as a quirky and unusual invention from the past, and it is often used as an example of the strange and unpredictable nature of innovation. Number 9. The solar-powered bra was invented by Elena Bodnar, a Ukrainian scientist and physician. The bra was designed to be worn during emergencies, such as natural disasters or terrorist attacks, and it was equipped with small solar panels that could be used to charge electronic devices. The solar-powered bra was also designed to be easily converted into two face masks, which could be used to protect the wearer from smoke, dust, or other airborne particles. The bra was awarded the Ig Nobel Prize in 2009, which recognizes unusual or trivial achievements in scientific research. However, the solar-powered bra was also criticized by some as being impractical and inappropriate. Critics argued that the bra was a gimmick that trivialized serious issues and that it reinforced gender stereotypes. Today, the solar-powered bra is seen as a quirky and unusual invention from the past, and it is often used as an example of the unexpected ways that technology can be used to solve problems. Number 10. The nose stretcher was a popular beauty device in the 19th century, particularly in Europe and the United States. The device was designed to reshape the nose by stretching the nostrils and the cartilage. The nose stretcher was made of metal or ivory and consisted of two prongs that were inserted into the nostrils and then pulled apart using a screw mechanism. The device was marketed as a way to achieve a more refined and elegant appearance, and it was often used by women who wanted to conform to the beauty standards of the time. However, the nose stretcher was also criticized by some as being painful and ineffective. Critics argued that the device could cause permanent damage to the nose and that it was a dangerous and unnecessary product. Today, the nose stretcher is seen as a bizarre and outdated invention from the past, and it is often used as an example of the extreme measures that people have taken to conform to beauty standards. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comments below.